Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. How are you guys doing? I'm Jordan Justinger, and I want to read you a poem. Actually, let's make this a long episode. I'm going to read you two awesome poems from my latest book, Escape from Reality. Every one of these poems is based on or a metaphor of emotion. So I designed it. Each poem gets its own color. I mean, some use the same color, but based on the emotion that it's meant to be or the feel. So if you don't quite get it words wise, you also have a visual. It's pretty cool. But this is one of the epic poems in this. It's not definition epic. It's not epic. It's not definition epic poem, but of my epic poems. Each book gets at least one. I'm going to read you both. One is a hard hitter emotionally, one is a hard hitter of storytelling. So we're going to start with the storytelling one. This is called I Should Be Doing This in Pencil, but I Don't Have an Eraser. Angel wings sprout from the small of his back. Up in the air, feet leave the train track. Darkness and blur, vision like insect, thousands of the same sight, glowing and multiplying as he steps into the night. Falling in the forest into perpetuated perception, lost treasures are found in the colony of thorns. Timmy's old tetherball, Billy's black knife. A scared shout from Jack calls him back home. Thorns tear off as his wings grow stronger, bursting him beyond the vines that spawned them, though already gripping his denim and loose feet. Where blood once flowed, there now is nothing, just holes from which his glow escaped. Lit like a Chinese lantern ascending, nothing glows brighter than him. In a land where piercing darkness dissolves vision at 3 paces. Clear air disrupted by 2 raised arms, commanding the wind to howl, blowing the foliage away to reveal the camp light where conversation melts into darkness. The group reforms around his glow, energy abundant to warm the chilling October hollow. The clock may have just clicked past 10, but his feet are now cemented, poured like love from an overflowing heart. As beautiful as was his soul, her deep brown eyes and sweetest laugh, but only newfound love can warm the cold October wind. So that poem is actually something that I wrote about 3 Octobers ago. I think it was 2015, and I was out a lot because I was taking a break from school. I was taking a semester off from school, and I remember that October was weird. It was really warm, like at night. So it would get dark, and we would still be out till 8 o'clock, and it wouldn't get cold till like 9 or 10. And that was about one of the times we spent on the tracks. Probably my favorite time on the tracks. And I ended up writing it 3 years later. Not quite 3 years later. Like 2 years later. And I just perfected it when I finally published this book. And it turned out into a really good poem. Now, for sake of this being very long already, I'm only going to read you this poem, and I'm going to let it sink in, because it's a really, really heavy poem. It's called Wandering Aimlessly Around Missed Opportunities. The first rays of the fine summer morning shimmer upon your hiking boots. Your lover's hand a vice grip upon yours, compensating for the saturation in the humid Washington forest. The pressure is calming. Your heart rate is slow, despite the hilly terrain. The atmosphere is peaceful, forest life napping after breakfast. The only sound is the trot of your boots. Your churning and scattered mind is in focus. On an enormous redwood, your initials carved over 5 years ago now seem to be part of the tree. Nostalgia brews lightheartedness, butterflies and anxiety all at once. Calm turns to panic. Slow to pounding, your lover to an enemy. Your hand jerks from his warm embrace, nearly dislocating your wrist and shoulder. Sight like a camera lens, dark around the edges, constricted, even fuzzy towards the center. Grasping your burning shoulder, you run like your life depended on it. Your gait turns to a hobble. So deep in the woods, you can't hear your lover's call. The pound in your chest slows to a throb. Lungs draw air for the first time in minutes. Your vision slowly returns, but is quickly drowned by your tears. Your painful cries draw your lover to your side. You nearly spring out of your crouched position, but the ringing ceases. He wipes the tears from your face with his shirt. You look above. A family of ruffed grouse watch over you. Your heart rate slows. Your vision returns, still blurred by frustration. Your lover is still here. He knows this won't be the last episode. And tune in for the next episode. Thanks for listening.